What's up, lil' cummers? It's Composting back at it again. The most Chinese show online. I'm your host as always, Rosa, joined as always by my Kung Fu co-host, Joku.
Yeah, I'm a Chinese Kung Fu.
No, you were supposed to say Konnichi, what's up? Your
Konnichi, what's up? It's me, Joku.
Thank you.
A Kung Fu special, and we have a special guest to get today.
Today we are joined by Twitter funny man, Twitch streamer, YouTuber, and podcaster in remission. One wacky guy, Ryan Whack Nicholson Bell.
Hello, ni hao. Very glad to be here.
Clapping sound effect.
Play the clapping sound effect and the gong. Play both of them.
Play the cheer and a gong. This is a very
thank you.
Chinese episode, I guess.
Welcome back to the Chinese episode. And also the Longlegs episode. Today, we watched...
Do we want to start off with Longlegs?
No, we're going to start off with Kung Fu Hustle.
Oh, okay.
Today we watched 2004's Stephen Chow directed Kung Fu Hustle. Which was pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's a great film.
Which was a fun... last minute swap.
Yeah, we were gonna watch it.
Literal last minute, you told me a different movie was about to start as it was starting.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were originally gonna watch a documentary about The Shining, except then we realized, wait a minute, if we're not watching The Shining, that would be...
Well, Black insisted we watch The Shining and the documentary.
Except I was an idiot, and I didn't know that it was a documentary. And I was like, we don't need to watch The Shining. We can just watch that one movie. Except it wasn't a movie.
It was like a horror movie.
Yeah, we're just really dumb.
That was our end.
Well, I will say that the documentary Room 237 is sufficiently absurd and stupid to do an episode on at any point. I have done, fucking 9 years ago now, I did an episode on Room 237, a podcast on Room 237, when I was still doing stand-up comedy, and I haven't revisited it since then, but I think I would probably find it a lot more stupid now than I did at the time.
Damn, you've been podcasting for 9 years?
I had, when I was doing stand-up, I haven't been, like, doing it the whole time, but I had when I was doing stand-up, I had a show with me and my ex, and we talked about movies, and it was called Bougies at the Movies. And,
wow.
It had like, we did it for like 6 months, and she didn't feel like doing it anymore, and I didn't feel like doing stand-up anymore, so I didn't see the point.
Well, hopefully that's not us in, we've been at it for like 4 months, so in November, hopefully it doesn't
come. You know,
We've been recording since like, what, January?
Oh yeah, we've been
February?
recording for...
Yeah, so like we've been uploading for like 4 months, but we've recorded a bunch before.
Is this recording video?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. We're chilling.
But yeah, you might know Whack Nicholson, formerly of the Western Kabuki podcast.
That's
but
correct.
I know it, Western Sabuki, because I don't know how I got out of K.
What
yes.
up,
More recently, I have been doing Twitch streams and YouTube videos, and I am looking to do more podcasts to get back to my roots, as it were, to enjoy some audio only content, because the fucking The video stuff is a whole different consideration
Whole different ball game.
that I've had to adjust to quite slowly in the past 6 months or so.
Yeah. The only video that's happening right now is I think it's Destiny gameplay in the background. Probably.
FNAF 2?
No, we already did. We already
FNAF
did.
3. FNAF 3 then.
Oh yeah, it would be FNAF 3 in the background.
How many FNAFs have there been?
Billions and billions.
12, I think we're at number 12. Are you counting like the movie game, the space?
I'm not
game?
counting shit because I have never played
Yeah,
any of those games.
you're the only one who cares.
I mean, like I'm not. It's all right. I like it. I like it a little. It's a fun little time sink that's like, it's semi-interesting.
Yeah, I've never played a single one of the games, and I did watch the movie, and I found the movie to be unwatchable trash.
When I say it was
Damn.
unwatchable trash, I would say
it's regular trash.
It's like it's not good, but if you're a fan of the series, you'll get something out of it. I don't think it's a good movie, but I think
It was
there
like
are
the Mario
redeeming
movie.
Yeah, if you like the media as it is, you'll get something out of it. If you don't, you're not gonna get much out of it.
I mean, that was the attitude that I was greeted with when I said that the FNAF movie was not good. And I think it is largely because I was thinking of the movie as being a standalone property, and I guess no one else thought of it that way.
I feel like
it's just part of the lore of FNAF now.
I feel like it should have been though.
Yeah,
Like a standalone thing.
Yeah, I don't like it when video game movies are
Have,
like you cannot enjoy them unless you're a Redditor.
I think
they give you like homework.
Okay,
Yeah.
the thing about the FNAF movie that I'll say is I think it's better than some other video game movies of recent.
Borderlands.
We got a Minecraft movie coming up.
Wait, holy shit, no way.
I found
Is it live action?
Yeah, Jack Black is playing Minecraft Steve.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
That's why he broke up Tenacious D.
This has been like known for a while. This has been like known for like the last like 4 years. I don't know where you've been.
Not
under a
paying
rock,
attention to
under a cobblestone.
Yeah, I was under polished granite.
I found the FNAF movie more entertaining than the Mario movie. I don't think it's a better movie, even though, like, I think FNAF movie, I give it a 3, I think. I
have a
Mario
friend who
a
cried
4.
watching the Mario movie.
Mario, the animated new one, right?
Yeah, we're not talking about.
Yeah, I just wanted
we're
to
not talking
double
about the goated movie.
I just wanted to 92 actually.
Oh, it was 92. Wow.
Yeah. I watched
It's all
it
been
like
downhill
it was
since
old when I watched it as a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. I grew up on the Super Mario Brothers Super Show, and I watched that movie as a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that show is awful. That show, that's unwatchable video game adaptation garbage.
I think that you meant to say Kino.
I did not mean to say that.
And very watchable.
All right.
And... Okay.
Let's talk about. Do we want to talk about Kung
But
Fu?
we're gonna talk about Kung Fu Hustle.
Cool.
So, we're in 1940s Shanghai. And we got some real twisted burglar type characters named Sing and Bone, who want to join the big bad Axe Gang, who, you know that they're the Axe Gang because they walk around with axes. And I'm not talking about the body spray. That was a horrible joke. Can you cut that out?
I'll keep it in. That's a good joke. Just like, can we have like a pause now? All right. Play some crickets. Oh yeah. That joke really bombed. Anyway,
Thanks, buddy.
it's okay.
Led by really fucked up guy with British teeth. Why I say brother some.
Other song.
Who go to Pigsty Alley to fucking try and get money from the residents there.
It does feel like you're kidding But this is
this
is the name of the location is Pigsty Alley, and their names really are Sing and Bone.
There's a guy named Donut who dies tragically.
Donut dies
artist
horribly.
Donut.
When that happened, I said it was worse than when Martin Luther King died, and that wasn't an insult to Martin Luther King.
No, you also said that it was at the same time as like 9/11.
It was like 20 9/11s. You know, okay, my favorite Benjamin Netanyahu thing is every time he talks about October 7th, he originally it was 10 9/11s, that became 12 9/11s, and when he spoke at Congress, he said it was 20 9/11s.
Dude, we're almost at 21 9/11s.
We're at 9 plus 10 11s. Wack
Right.
did not like that one. He gave us a look
You
at
know,
that one.
9/11 jokes. They always fall flat for me.
Next thing you know,
Just
it's
like
gonna
the
be
North
like I
Tower.
knew someone in 9/11.
No, I didn't know anybody
Oh.
in 9/11.
I knew the pilot.
I knew.
That one didn't fall flat.
I knew the guy. When I say the pilot, the one who shot down the. But okay, I'm not gonna explain this entire plot. The plot is incoherent. All that matters.
It's mostly about the effects and the cool sword fight with,
All that
with the
matters.
Chinese instrument and the frog style.
Yeah, all that matters is that a guy shapeshifts into a frog, and then he gets, 5-finger death punched Buddhism style.
Yes.
It's great. It's
It's
just
a fun watch, you know.
It is just the peak kung fu movie.
It's
it is
just
all
men doing men stuff
and a woman.
and a woman.
And
Wait,
a
that
woman.
wasn't a man.
No, but women hold up half the sky.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. Just like Deng Xiaoping said. The plot of this movie is incoherent.
It
But-
doesn't matter. I mean, it's like it doesn't really reveal itself until like the last 15 minutes, but it's essentially a hero's journey for this thief and would-be rapist who turns out to be the hero of the film at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had a fat sidekick, and they said, "We haven't or killed anybody because of you. Now go kick rocks, fatty."
And I think you added the fatty part. I'm gonna be real.
He said like
He
some
called him
quote.
fat or something.
Oh,
He did.
okay. Sorry, I got that confused with Rosa.
Rosa did get a little fat phobic, but it wasn't that bad.
Oh, you should see it.
You should have seen the Deadpool review.
Yeah, watch the Deadpool review.
Subscribe to the Patreon, listeners.
Oh no, it's up for everybody.
Oh, it's up for everybody. Listen to the Deadpool one, everybody.
Yeah, it's like what? When we're talking about Deadpool 2. It's
no,
like the
yeah,
first 5
and I
seconds.
say,
Oh, because of the kid.
Yeah.
yeah,
You get fat phobic at the New Zealand child.
yeah, and
I posted a picture of one of their movies now. Be like, this is what he looks like now. And Rosa says the most horrendous
This is
shit
heinous.
possible.
And then, and then we had pulled up the picture, so there's some sort of plausible deniability that I said something fucked. And that, but later on in the episode, I start singing Weird Al fat. So there's just no plausible deniability. And I messed up.
What
and
were
I
the
messed
words
up.
that you used to refer to this person?
I'm not going to talk about it. I'd like to apologize publicly. That joke
To the
was...
fat community.
I'd like to apologize to the... I almost said something bad there.
No,
I'd
what
like
were
to
you gonna
apologize.
say? I want to know what you were gonna say. Commit. I want to hear this.
I'd like to apologize to Nick Avocado fans everyone. I can't win.
Dude, your
I can't win.
apologies suck. Did
My
you say-
mind is fucked.
Wait, did you say the Nico Avocado community
Yeah, the Nick Avocado community.
when referring to someone who is like obese?
I'm sorry for being like this. Anyway,
I'm sorry for being fat phobic.
Did you guys see that the kid from Deadpool 2 is going to be in a a movie called Y2K, directed by Kyle Mooney from SNL, starring Rachel Ziegler and the kid from It.
That sounds horrible.
It's about like New Year's Eve party in 1999, with a bunch of Zoomers playing the would-be Gen Xers there.
Yeah.
So just these kids playing their people who are their parents' age.
My favorite game is called.
That's kind of cool.
It's called Yeek, and it's about Y2K, and it's awesome as fuck. If you know what I'm talking about, YouTube commenters, you know.
I'm not a fucking gamer.
It's a really bad indie game, and all that you need to know about it is that in the credits, as a list of references the game made
so
to
funny.
different media. It's
right.
really great.
So back to Kung Fu Hustle.
Back to Kung Fu Hustle. It's a hero's journey about a thief becoming a kung fu master, and there's a lollipop involved in there, and a deaf lady.
There's a lollipop MacGuffin that you, again, don't really find out was part of the movie until 15 minutes before the end of it.
Yeah,
I do think if you want to get real film bro-y about it, or not even film bro-y, dumb guy film commentator, this does have some pacing issues. Although I will say as well that it rocks and that it's sick and that this movie fucks.
It's not deep. The movie is not
Yeah.
deep. You just gotta turn off your brain and watch the insane slapstick.
Because it gets sillier as it goes along.
Okay, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna fight you, Rosa. I'm gonna say like turning off your brain for something is like the worst insult that you could say. One of the worst insults.
Really?
Because you're implying that their media does not require your attention or any like sort of thought.
I think it kind of does a good job at keeping your attention, though.
I would disagree.
No, I'm saying that like I'm not saying that like about Kung Fu. I'm just saying that about the statement of like referring to something as something where you can turn off your brain and you can just like unwind, I guess.
I was being hyperbolic.
I just don't like the statement is all I'm saying.
What I meant by it is, I mean, it's just a the sort of movie that isn't like dense with subtext and commentary beyond its hatred of landlords, justifiably.
Yeah, beyond its obvious dangist Maoist
hatred of the Lumpen.
Politics. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mean turn off your brain to it in a negative way. I just mean it's a very fun movie.
Bless you.
Thank you.
That's
I think it's a fun movie and I enjoy it. And it is really funny.
It is.
And I think there are elements that you can get out of this movie that are maybe a little bit deeper, maybe.
Well, I think that like,
I'm not saying like super deep, like.
I think that this movie does benefit from rewatches. This is not even the second time I've seen this, but it does benefit from rewatches because you do know that kid is going to end up being the hero at the end in a way you don't, and like it's more effective to affecting. Like it hits you harder to watch him get pissed on the second time after you know he turns out to be the good guy at the end. And like they slow roll him being the secret kung fu guy with when he's inside of the traffic light and punches all the walls. That's like really kind of early in the movie for when you actually find out that he's like an immortal kung fu master. That's just like
kung fu
something else that happens. That happens kind of twice, which is weird. Like again, there are weird pacing things in this where like he kind of becomes the kung fu master twice, and just the first time it isn't that big of a deal. But it's sick. It rules.
Yeah.
It's
a lot of fun, and I appreciate it. And I would say that I enjoyed it more on a rewatch.
Yeah, this was my
like I appreciated it more.
This was my first Stephen Chow film watch, and I will say he has a very distinct style. It's very engaging. The best way I can describe his style is like I think it was you that said this, Joku, just like live action JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
I never said that.
You never said that? Was it me that said that?
Probably.
It definitely
it's
wasn't
me
me.
that said-
I don't watch anime.
Okay. Well, I guess I said it.
You were the
then.
only one mentioning JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
I would never reference an anime, and I resent the indication that I would.
No one implicated you, Whack. Don't worry. Don't worry.
I would never watch an anime.
Okay. Can we put that on the record that Whack would never watch an anime?
I would never watch an anime.
Thank God.
You hate anime. You're an anime hater.
You don't like it when things are animated inside of the country of Japan. That's
correct.
Yeah.
That's
You
over
hate
the line for
Studio
you.
You hate Studio Ghibli.
Studio Ghibli's not anime, and I've also been on the record as saying that as well.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
But Rosa, what I was referring to is Rosa saying you hate animated things out of Japan.
But yeah, it was a really, really great movie. I'd say its action sequences are up there with some of my all-time favorites, such as Kill Bill and The Matrix.
Yeah.
And it wears its influences on its sleeve. And like Whack was saying, you can really tell that a lot of the Matrix reshoots were its influences of this movie on their sleeve. It's a great watch.
It came out like right around the time of Matrix Reloaded, and I know there were like a lot of reshoots around those movies. You guys are far too young to know this, but when the Matrix sequels were being shot, there was a lot of skepticism about a second Matrix movie. And the idea that the two directors were doing it, shooting both sequels at the same time, felt like a bad idea to a lot of people before the movie came out. And then when it came out and had all that like rushed CGI and had all these reshoots, like there were these rumored reshoots, I think they were literally because of Kung Fu Hustle, because certain scenes, I mean, the guys in the suits just surrounding the dude with the staff beating everybody up, it looks exactly like the playground scene from The Matrix Reloaded, but The Matrix looks much worse.
Yeah, the film is constantly innovative. It does a lot.
Scene that you're referring to, it actually reminds me of like the twins from The Matrix.
Well, that with the instrument, I was talking about the axe gang with the suits and the top hats surrounding the kung fu fighters.
Yeah.
But yes, the dudes with the instrument are a lot like the twins from The Matrix.
Yeah.
Yeah,
which is funny because I hate the fucking twins from The Matrix.
Oh, they're sick. They're cool.
I don't like them, but I love the guys from this movie. I love the music instrument.
Yeah, the Blues Brothers in this movie are really great. It's constantly just coming up with creative and fun ideas. It never dwells on an action concept.
No, it
for
doesn't
too
like
long.
reuse cool visuals or cool moves or anything.
It never does the same thing more than twice in a matter of 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
It's very impressive that they packed that much unique visual content into this movie, and the way that they did that is by like wearing their influences on their sleeve, but adding their own very creative and well done twists on a lot of the Western kung fu movie formulas, as well as the Eastern kung fu movie.
Something that I didn't mention whenever we were talking about rewatches was I definitely found more appreciation after looking at more of watching Stephen Chow's like discography and what they have, and I definitely feel more of an appreciation because I do think this is probably my favorite Stephen Chow movie that I've seen.
This is the only one that I have seen, but I've seen it multiple times. I've never seen Shaolin Soccer or any of the older ones.
Yeah, This one, I think he's like it's perfected here. This animated cartoonish live action style that he goes
Mhm.
for. I
Yeah.
think this is his peak,
Yeah.
with it, and
And
I think it's just like
and
really
the
fun.
the sort of the principles of the like squash and stretch and animation concepts that they do with CGI with the live action characters, it's the most well done I've seen it in any film, because a lot of the time it's leaned into far too much, to the point that it looks unnerving in a unintentional way. And although specifically with the frog scene it does lean into that unnerving territory for comedic effect, it's consistently subtle enough to where it's silly and fun instead of like creepy in a way that a lot of movies that implement those concepts can tend to be, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's not trying to look real. It's not trying to convince you that this guy's lips really swelled up to be like giant purple
Okay,
balloons.
wait, asterisk. The frog thing and the lips thing are both unnerving for comedic effect, but the rest of the squash and stretch is silly and
Yeah, it's not grounded, right? It's not trying to look
Yeah.
like body horror,
It-
and
it's never
it doesn't go for that in a way that
uncanny.
like the fucking like Polar Express movie does or whatever. And this is like I would compare this a lot more to like Looney Tunes Back in Action, like Space Jam, like those other late 90s early 2000s like cartoon animated mixture movies, because they aren't shooting for like a realistic injury like the newer fucking Home Alone, which did have some really bad CGI in it. So
Yeah.
Space Jam is the perfect example of what I'm talking about,
yeah.
where it's like fucking creepy and not and not good.
Wait, the new Space Jam or the original?
No, the original Space
What
Jam.
about
Where he
Who
stretches
Framed
his
Roger?
arm.
What about Who
No,
Framed
there's a
Roger
lot of
Rabbit?
bad CGI. Who Framed Roger Rabbit is visually stunning. I
I
think
feel like
that film
it
is
also like kind of it's in the same realm.
Yeah, it is absolutely.
Yeah.
I was saying,
It's like more toned down though compared
yeah,
to
yeah, because the animation doesn't rely on 3D animation, so it can it
But
doesn't
there are
have
some
to.
fun parts in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, especially when he goes to Toonville or whatever the
Yeah.
hell it's called in the car.
Toontown for sure. It's called
Toontown.
Toontown.
Sorry, I didn't know the Roger Rabbit one.
I thought that Toontown was my favorite video game.
Yeah, it's a phrase that's been used multiple times.
Damn.
It's a multi-used phrase from the cartoon world.
You're telling me that the concept of alliterating tune in town has been done more than once?
Oh yeah,
learn-
oh yeah. I'm here to tell you
learn
that.
something new every day. No wonder you were a teacher.
There's all those weird nebulous cartoons, that don't like. They definitely do belong to some company like Popeye and Betty Boop and Underdog and Hong Kong Phooey.
Hong Kong Phooey is the GOAT. I love Hong Kong Phooey.
Hong Kong Phooey is definitely Hanna-Barbera, but the rest of them, it's like, I know that they're owned by some company or whatever,
Betty
but like,
Boop and Popeye are Universal. I don't know if they've been owned by Universal since the 30s, but I do know that they're Universal.
I don't know, and I know that like at Universal, like theme parks, they have a bunch of these guys, but also they don't like they have a Marvel World too, and they don't own Marvel, so
Yeah.
I don't get like why some of these things have had this sort of staying power while others haven't. I know.
Well, I
they're
know
making
why. I can tell you why Hong Kong Phooey
I
hasn't
do-
had
actually,
the
I do know
staying
why.
power.
I do
know
why
exactly
the
why.
African American dog who does kung fu hasn't actually stood the test of time.
Bring that shit back. I want a live action Hong Kong Phooey movie. Please. Please.
I would love a Hong Kong Phooey movie in the style of like the The Offer or like any of those behind the scene movies like Air or what's the newer one, Flaming Hot or any of those movies, I would like that movie about making Hong Kong Phooey.
I would like a Hong Kong Phooey movie, but it's like Arnold in the purple crane live action.
Oh,
Wait,
a live a brand.
Yeah, I
Hong
wouldn't
Kong
like
Phooey.
that.
Have Reggie Watts play Hong Kong Phooey.
Yeah, I want to watch that for the podcast, Rosa.
Yeah.
Harold in the Purple Crayon.
Yeah, just like talk about it,
Mhm.
because I think it would. It's just so bad that
You should have a Philly person come on and hear how people from Philly say the word crayon.
say crayon.
I say it. I'm not from Philly.
Oh, my bad.
But people who are from here say crown.
I think that we should do to like the wooden cities in Japan. We should do that to Philly. Just firebomb it. Just because of that, no other reason. Shout out Philly.
They say crown over here. They say wooder. Wooder is a big one out here. There's some really nasty. There's some really nasty Phillyisms.
Yeah. I think that we need
to hear.
We either need to firebomb it at worst or do mass re-education camps at best. One of the two. We need Stewie Griffin to come in and teach you all how to speak properly, like he did to that one girl in that one episode.
That one episode, the episode heavily influenced by My Fair Lady.
Yeah. I've never watched a full episode of Family Guy.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh, I thought every Zoomer just had seen every episode of Family Guy.
No, we've seen every single episode of Family Guy just through Family Guy funny moments.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Except I've never seen one in order. I've just seen them.
Right, of course.
You've just seen the bits.
Yeah, I can't.
I
sit
wouldn't
down and
say
watch
funny,
something for
but I would
20
just
minutes.
say bits.
Family Guy moments.
True.
But yeah, any final thoughts on Kung Fu Hustle from either of you?
I think that it is an extremely straightforward film to such a degree that it is a little difficult to be like. I really liked the use of the swords because they were
Kung
cool.
Fu.
Yeah, you know.
I liked it when the Kung Fu man said "Frog mode, activate," and he went "Frog mode."
You mean Mr. B?
And we were all like, Mr. Beast has gone frog mode.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Mr. Beast is in this movie.
Yeah. The frog's character's name is he is literally referred to as Mr. Beast, and that may not be true, but none of us went back and checked, so it is.
Well, it
true.
isn't. He's referred to it once, except our audience is very, very, very susceptible to lying.
Okay.
Like they're easily
and to
fooled.
hype, and to hype.
And to hype, and to liberalism.
Yeah, dude. Incremental change, guys. I'm a big fan of incremental change. Check out my Patreon.
I love incremental.
Where I talk about how some of these radicals want things done too quickly.
Okay, here's my thing. All that they want to do is criticize power. They don't want power. They don't want victory. They just want to endlessly criticize power.
Wow, that's really profound. I'm really glad that you said that, and
I'm
shocked at the brilliance of it.
I'm gonna get a Hillary Clinton review off that one.
Hell yeah, hell yeah, you are.
All right.
Yeah.
Is it time to rate this movie?
It's time to rate. Whack. What would you give this movie out of 10?
I love this movie. I have it 5 and hearted on Letterboxd. I'm gonna give it a 10. I'm gonna give it a 10. Yeah. For sure I am.
All right. Now.
Rosa, you go first.
I'm thinking 11.5 out of 15 for me.
I was thinking an 11 out of 15 for me.
All right.
Why do I only get 10 but you guys get 15?
Well, because whenever I ask our guests, you want to rate the movie out of 15, they're always like, 15? Why you rate the movie out of 15?
Well, if it's 15, then it's probably going to be a 15 out of 15 for WAC.
Yeah.
Unless it's like a 14 out of 15.
I thought you guys were hoarding points for later or something. I didn't know if I was.
We're
missing out.
hoarding points for later.
Yeah, we're saving up all of our points, and when you
Yeah, and I
least
just used
expect
them all.
it,
Yeah,
We're
we
gonna
have
use
our
them all.
David Buster's points.
and we're gonna build a big contraption out of all of our points, and you're not gonna expect it.
Damn.
Yeah, we're gonna
All
build
right.
a pillow fort.
That
Good
puts
fuck.
it at a 22.5 out of 30, tying it with Oh Brother Where Art Thou. I would say I enjoyed Oh Brother Where Art Thou a little bit more than I enjoyed this film. How about you, Joku?
Let me see where that stands.
I love both of them. I think they're both excellent.
Yeah. Both very good.
In my opinion.
I would put it. I would put it. Yeah, I would put it with House, right next to House.
Okay, yeah, just below Oh Brother Where Art Thou, but
Yeah.
high points wise. Yeah, I think that's fair. Next movie, what was called by Ryan Wack Nicholson Bell,
That's me.
a genre-defying masterpiece.
Genre defining. No, I think it.
No. Here's what the review says: a genuine triumph in the genre. You were wrong, Rosa. I'm
Are
sorry.
you reading my letterbox review? Is that what you're doing?
Yes, I'm reading
Yeah,
your
okay.
letterbox review because we are talking about Longlegs, and
Yeah.
we have some
2024's
opinions
Longlegs.
that you don't have, and we're gonna fight to the
Directed.
death.
Directed,
Thunderbolt style.
directed by.
Osgood Perkins.
Wow, you knew.
Yeah.
Bro
Wow.
loves this movie.
All right,
All right.
Wack, would you like to give the plot synopsis for this movie? We've never had guests give a plot synopsis,
Yeah,
but
you
you're a
got-
professional. You're better at this than us.
It
probably.
is
Yeah.
very convoluted, so I'm going to simplify it because I did give the plot synopsis on a stream I did, and as I got like halfway through it, I was like, Jesus Christ, more stuff happens, doesn't it?
Yeah,
but
it was
yes,
like
it
a
is.
40-minute video, right?
Yeah, it was something like that, yeah. The detective Harker, Lee Harker, is traumatized by a man when she is young in some way that we don't fully learn about, who then later goes into the FBI. She appears to have some type of psychic powers that, through some accident involving her psychic powers, she gets her partner killed. This gets her put onto a new assignment of a cold case that hasn't been active in a while. Just as Lee Harker gets added to this case, murders of this nature start up again. The hallmarks of these murders are family annihilations, no DNA evidence outside of members of the family, and a note from the killer in a code that has never been cracked, and at the bottom of the note it is signed with the capital letters that spell out the word Longlegs. As they try to catch this killer, we start to meet the behind the scenes of the killer, as well as Lee Harker's mother, who is a shut-in, agoraphobe, and Christian conservative nut, who acts very oddly throughout the entire film. And in order to skip some of the more convoluted details of the plot, I will then say that Harker finds clues that lead to a doll. The doll has a ball inside of its head and has the strong likeness of a child, and the hair on the doll's head is human hair. This connects them to a family annihilation murder that they were investigating. They speak to the only survivor of this family annihilation, the first of the Longlegs murders, and she is in a mental hospital. She acts very strangely. She is played by Kiernan Shipka, who is an absolute treasure, who speaks like the best kind of country bumpkin. Her accent is an absolute dime in this.
I enjoyed the accent.
Then after they visit, after Harker visits the girl in the hospital, somebody else goes and visits her, and she kills herself. And in the guidebook, it is Longlegs' handwriting, but it says Special Agent Lee Harker. Longlegs gives her some clues. He's kind of playing cat and mouse with her, and then he gets himself caught. Once he gets himself caught, the FBI struggles to get any information out of him. He goes to talk. Harker goes to talk to him. He kills himself in front of Harker before ever giving her any useful information. But we do find out that the traumatic thing that happened when she was a child is in some way related to Longlegs. And then we find out that Longlegs' his accomplice and the person who made all this stuff happen, who gave the cursed dolls to these families so that the fathers would annihilate the families, was Lee Harker's shut-in mother, who pretends to be a nun to give dolls to the family. The dolls are cursed with some type of soul-stealing brain inside of the head of the dolls. Harker's boss is the final target of the Longlegs killer. Harker shows up just in time for the doll to have already been opened, her mother to be there, and for her partner to kill his own wife, attempt to kill his own daughter. Harker shoots her own mother, then shoots the partner, then leaves with the little girl.
You would do great as like a court witness. Holy shit! You passed the test. You studied for this shit. Wow.
I almost went to see it a third time in theaters.
Okay.
Before this, but I have seen it twice.
So you're not on your 7th viewing. Let's just make that clear.
You're not like other guests who watch Civil War 7 times.
No,
liked it going into the episode, and then changed their score to like a 4.
Oh. No. I had a lot of stuff that I really loved about this movie that I left out of the plot synopsis. But like, I think first and foremost that the comparisons to Silence of the Lambs are very fair. But I think it's better than Silence of the Lambs. But you guys didn't like it.
You talk about why you liked it, and then we'll...
Okay, and then we're gonna hit you with some Ben Shapiro type facts and
logic. Yeah.
Then we're gonna explain why
what you wanna do?
why our opinions are objectively more correct, because we're the ones with the movie podcast now.
Yeah,
buddy.
Yeah, that's true.
Our opinions are the ones
that's true.
Yeah, not you anymore.
Down to your authority. So what things do I really like about the movie? First of all, something I didn't even mention about the plot was that the way he is deciding these murders is through the Satanic Bible in an algorithm he created based on the birthdays of the youngest daughter in the family.
I
and
enjoy
it is
that.
all based on their birthdays being on the 14th. And Lee Harker's birthday is on the 14th, and we don't find that out until halfway through. But like,
I don't even think it was halfway through. I mean, like,
it's deep into the film.
It's not that deep. It's in part 1.
Oh, but like, no, the birthday stuff is in part 1, but it doesn't make any sense or appear to have any cohesion until pretty late in the movie.
You get it, okay.
That's fair.
One of my big problems with this movie is it doesn't leave much to interpretation. At the very end, it just the mom just spells everything out, and
and that kind of ruined it for me.
That was the worst part, in my opinion, because I mean, like, I was already on the ball game, I was already on the birthday, I was already on everything, and I didn't need it to be dumbed down for me.
The exact same thing happens in Silence of the Lambs.
Which is another issue with that movie.
That's still like a critique against Silence of the Lambs.
Which is
Silence of the Lambs won the Oscar for Best Picture, though.
Well, yeah, except I don't think it deserved it.
Okay.
Yeah, some movies don't deserve Oscars.
Yeah, you know who else? You know, other movie won an Oscar? Suicide Squad. It won Best Makeup.
Yeah.
For fucking Jared Leto damaged forehead tattoo, which was kind of goated. Now that I say it out loud, I think I convinced myself. I think it did deserve it because Killer
Croc. It was actually
Croc
Kino, as they say.
It was.
Yo.
Play a clapping sound bad. Yeah.
Anyway, I was very annoyed with how it dumbed down everything at the very end.
So I
don't appreciate when movies do that, because it like doesn't leave anything up for my own like finding out or discovering. It's just like, oh, that's how it's done. Moving on.
Some of my favorite movies are the ones that on the first viewing I only get like 3/4 of it.
Yeah,
you have to explain what the brain actually like is. Like, you don't really know how it functions. That's not like.
But you can put the pieces together and be like, oh, yeah, the brain is something. I don't need it to be like, I don't need to be told it.
I don't need to watch a film.
I bet it was show don't tell, and then at the very end they just did the tell, and I was so annoyed.
Yeah.
I just don't see how that hurts it, because I think that you know, by the end of the movie, what you really get out of it is not this, like. This is the thing, is that I do think that the comparisons to Silence of the Lambs and Seven are fair, but like. First of all,
Zodiac
and Zodiac, all three of those movies have enormous budgets that this movie simply did not have. This movie is shot in like 4 locations, and 2 of them I'm pretty sure were the same house, just from different angles. So it's
I will say one thing to this film's credit. It did make the limited sets work, and I do think that that's worth knowing. I think
it, for me,
it's
this
visually
movie,
interesting.
Yeah, this movie feels more style over substance for me.
Yep.
There's not a lot of substance that I can get out of this movie for myself.
Yeah, so if you compare it to a movie like Seven, well, first of all, Seven, you want to talk about like dumbing things down. Seven's like way worse about it, way worse, because they tell you what is happening in that movie like 8 times. They're like, oh, so it's like the 7 deadly sins. Yeah, exactly, like John Milton. But John Milton didn't come up with it. It's actually from the Catechism. Oh, like the Catechism that says this. Yes, just like the 7 deadly sins, which is how he is killing these people in this pattern. The next one will be this sin, and then they kill them, and it's like, well, that means the next one will be this one. But it's also much darker. Like, 7 is, like, brutally grim. And this movie does have a certain fun to it. And Nick Cage lights it up with every line delivery. It's incredible.
Yeah, I felt like whenever I was watching this, I felt like I was just eating the most bland food out there. Nothing was really like engaging with me. Like, as much as like Micah Monroe is like a good actor, like just the first half of this, like their character is really nothing. Like I understand that the character is supposed to be a little quirky, a little jaded, but there isn't really anything to chew on there for me.
No, and it's just fun. Yeah. It's just, you know, it's just a performance.
She wasn't given a lot to work
with.
But
it wasn't like enjoyable. It was just kind of like, I'm here and I'm not really getting anything out of this. And like I think that it definitely gets more interesting with her performance in the second half. But it just takes a while to get there.
With Harker's performance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, she's kind of playing like, you know what character she's basically playing is the main character from Perks of Being a Wallflower, where you think she might be like autistic or something, but then it turns out she's like deeply traumatized from her childhood.
I mean, it's obvious that they are. It's just like not performed well. Like it's a trope that I'm able to see.
It suffered from similar
but it's
faults
just not
to this year's Civil War and its lead, where it just feels like the lead wasn't given a lot to work with, so it comes.
I didn't see Civil War.
Well, cardboardy.
Yeah. I think that a lot of the I just view a lot of what you guys are saying as strengths about this movie, like the fact that that it's not subtle, that it's kind of like not a deeply intelligent movie. I mean, I liked all that stuff about fucking Kung Fu Hustle too. Like,
except it's not fun. Like
I think it is fun. I think that it's fun to watch her do the puzzles. It's fun to.
But the thing is, and I think Zodiac does the whole thing better about this. This definitely has a lot of it's definitely Fincher inspired, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely.
By Seven and Zodiac, and I think Zodiac does the whole crime detective drama thing with the letters better, and I think it's more interesting with the characters and why the characters pursue Zodiac within Zodiac, but I don't really feel that within this movie, and
There's
I feel
a
like
lot
it
of-
falls flat with the whole detective part.
There's a
within
lot of
this film.
pinch. There's a lot of pinch, but there's not a lot of twist from this film.
Yeah.
Which is an issue I have, because I like a good pinch and twist. I think that how the fuck did I forget the name of fucking
Kung Fu Hustle.
Kung Fu Hustle? God damn it, man. I think that's a great example of pinch and twists done well, where it takes ideas from other movies in the genre. It obviously wears the inspirations on the sleeve, but makes it its own. Whereas this takes ideas from other movies in the genre.
So, what did you guys make of the soundtrack of the movie?
I
Being
found it.
the T-Rex album.
I understood the whole T-Rex little thing. I did appreciate the how Longlegs was inspired by T-Rex. And I
Yeah.
could see that through the character of Longlegs is what I'm saying, not the movie. Just in this context. And I appreciated that.
Yeah.
And it was I'm deciding whether it was like I think it was just done enough and it works with the whole T-Rex thing. It's not super in your face where it's too much. But
I thought it was a positive element of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, like, there are certain things that I really thought added a lot to the movie. That, like, certain elements, not just the soundtrack decisions, but the fact that it's a period piece. The fact that the Satanic Panic is a central plot point of the film.
Without being the point of the film.
Yeah. That, like, satanic magic just simply exists in this movie. That this woman is a psychic FBI agent because of satanic magic from her mom. That is basically that's just what the movie is. There's no arguing against it. And I think that's cool. And I like that there's no like Longlegs like origin story. I'm sure we will see an eventual Longlegs Rising movie or whatever. But
I did enjoy that. Wasn't bogged down by that.
And just how any of it works, or why does he kill children? Is he serving the devil? Is he a pedophile? It's not really even all that clear.
Or is he just an impractical
I'm
Joker?
assuming from what you were able to get from the movie is that he is serving the devil.
Yeah. But then what does he mean when he said at the beginning, if you send me away, I'll come back as many times as I like? What does that mean? Why? What does that mean? What's he talking about? Is that part of like the curse that he put on their family or something?
I mean, I suppose.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not all spoon-fed to you.
Some of the things that I had, I didn't really like Nick Cage's performance in this one too much. It was definitely the funniest, and I mean I enjoyed the scenes, but it just didn't work for me within the context of what the movie was going for.
It was very jarring, which is why it was funny, but I don't think it was going for funny, really.
You don't think he was going for funny? I think he was going for funny.
I think he was.
But
I don't
think.
was.
But I'm saying in the context of the film and what the film is going for, it just doesn't really work.
I don't know.
It feels like it's colliding. But I will say
you're a big Nick Cage fan, and I respect what Nick Cage does. Don't get me wrong.
I
if
like
it's not
Nick
for
Cage.
me, it's not for me in this movie.
I like Nick Cage, but I don't think that it works in this movie for me.
Yeah, it reminded me. The performance reminded me a lot of I can't remember the guy's name, Jim whatever, the guy who played Moriarty on the Sherlock British show.
Moriarty, the H-Bomber guy video show.
Yes, the H Bomber Guy video
H Bomber
show.
Guy video.
The show from the H Bomber Guy video. Yeah, that way he talked. He kind of, or him from Powerpuff Girls. That sort of like changing in inflection and pitch. I think it's cool. I thought it was sick. I liked the yelling. Yeah, the classic Rock sort of motif, not only of like T-Rex, but he has a picture of Lou Reed in his studio, and I think there's a couple other things too. But it's I think that when I said that this like is a genre defining, like a sort of demonstration of an operation within the genre of cerebral horror, is that it is very it is, like you guys are saying, like a bit dumbed down, a bit easily followed, a bit simple, but at the same time there are elements at play that aren't explored. There are actions taken, there are motivations that aren't always 100% clear from everybody. And
I don't know, just because everything doesn't fall within the trap of being over-explained doesn't take away from the fact that I do find a lot of this movie's over-explanation to be a bit silly.
Yeah.
It could have been worse. I agree that it could have gone all in on the exposition.
yeah.
But it doesn't mean that on a personal level, I enjoyed the needless exposition that it did at the end anymore.
I thought that I'll go into the third act in a little, but something that I want to touch upon is I think that the marketing for this was really good.
I agree.
I thought it was brilliant.
The design direction was great too.
Yeah, it didn't
about
bank
this movie.
off of Nicolas Cage, and that was the whole point of the marketing, so they kind of had to get creative with it. And there was the whole thing of this being the scariest movie ever, scariest movie of the year, which was going around. And it's not, and I was really disappointed how it was making these claims, but I didn't find it scary in the slightest.
And it wasn't. I don't know. There was a disconnect between that aspect of the marketing and the film in and of itself.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that that's what the filmmakers were really going for. I think that was definitely a liberty taken on behalf of the marketing department. Even if the marketing was good and unique for this movie, I would say that there was a disconnect.
It's just, it's not even unique marketing, and it's like it doesn't the marketing didn't apply to the movie. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
there was no feeling that Nicolas Cage was like. There was no feeling of. I hadn't seen any of these ads. I don't know how they missed me. But they just...
Okay, the marketing for some examples of the marketing was like cryptic messages of the style and the letters of the Longlegs character that he would send.
I'm talking about the stuff where it's like, this is the scariest thing ever. This was her heart rate the first time she saw him in the movie makeup.
That there was also creepy comments of the letter symbols on letterbox reviews of the movie.
Sure.
And shit like that. By an account,
I think
like
that
Mr. Down Under or whatever the fuck.
As someone who's big into like design and marketing, I do think that the ARG style marketing for this movie was fun.
Yeah, no, it is fun, but like to actually pitch this film as the scariest movie you've ever seen doesn't. I mean,
Very
I just
odd.
don't find that. I don't find that like an intelligent marketing scheme at all because it's subjective. Some people like.
I'm not talking about like the it being considered. That's kind of just like
yeah, but what I'm saying is that I think a lot of the criticism that we've heard from people about this movie has been that it like wasn't even that scary, or this is what had y'all scared, or whatever. And it's like, no, nobody was scared. You guys are confusing marketing for what your friends think. The commercials on your phone are not your friends. You guys gotta fix your brains.
Just to be crystal clear, I know you get this, but just to clarify, the marketing for this movie in no way impacts the way that we're scoring this film.
No.
Yeah.
It's just interesting.
It's just like
and it was
you're
a big
getting
part of the story for this movie too.
You're also getting like false expectations if you're being told that.
That's why I avoid movie ads generally. Just
Yeah.
because there is usually that disconnect.
But I usually do too, but this one was kind of harder to ignore.
Yeah.
I think I just don't use TikTok like at all, and
I don't either.
Or Instagram. I don't know. Like I don't use any of the visually based social media apps, and I think just
you
like
use
that's
X the everything app.
I only
it's
use
everything
X the
you
everything.
could ever need.
Yeah. It's got
has
cyberbullying.
Glock.
It's got cyber stalking.
It has racial slurs.
It's got racial slurs.
It has new racial slurs that you've never heard of. You always learn something new when you're on X the everything app.
And if you deleted tweets years ago, don't worry, somebody still has them.
Someone still has your tweets about Kaya Reichik's pussy, and
yeah,
boy oh
yes,
boy, are you in for a rude awakening?
Did you see the one? I mean, not to just talk about myself, but did you see the one from yesterday or the day before or whatever?
You got Twitter canceled again?
Just it was like so much dumber than last time. I don't even think I deleted the tweets. I didn't even look. But it was about a thing where I said that hosting trivia doesn't get me any pussy. And people are like, this guy's so fucking disgusting.
Dude, people are getting desperate. Okay, I will admit the
the original one.
The original one wasn't your funniest material ever. Was it cancel worthy? No. Was it okay to laugh at you for that? Oh yeah, 100%. It was point and laugh worthy, not cancel worthy.
Well, that's what I thought about. I made a tweet basically saying that I like doing live performance, and I have chosen to do the kind of live performance that will get you exactly no pussy. That was the joke I was making. And I was like, you'd think that, like, you know, having all the answers and being, like, the guy up on stage or whatever would make you cool, but it fucking doesn't.
The only trivia guy that got pussy was Alex Trebek.
Well, that is, like, the joke that... So, the person who quote tweeted me and was like... Or, like, screenshotted or whatever the fuck they did. They were like, this guy's such a fucking loser. This guy's such a creep. I'm like, I'm not allowed to not get pussy? Now I'm canceled because I'm not...
Have you ever just tried transitioning? Have you ever just tried not being a man? Just be non-binary.
Fucking hell. I just don't feel non-binary, so I'm not gonna like...
It's not about feeling non-binary, it's about convenience.
I know what you're saying is not about feeling it.
It's about cut-through. It's about showbiz, baby. It's about the cut-through business.
I mean, it literally, you know...
Think of all the views you'll get.
Oh my god.
Think about the stream. Whack Nicholson. Non-binaire extraordinaire.
No, even better. Even better. Not the happy I'm coming out, but the I didn't have to do this. You guys forced me out of the closet with your cyberbullying, cyber
guilt
stalking.
trip them. Make them apologize for a change.
I'm the victim.
Yes.
And you guys outed yet another queer person with your thoughtless cyberbullying.
Wait, what you need to do is post a picture of yourself from back when you had, like, the bright blue ninja hair. And say, I've been non-binary this whole time, and you guys forced me out of the closet. Look, I even have the blue hair to prove it.
Yeah.
And just get, like, a clip-on nose ring from Party City.
You can get some magnets.
And I don't go by Ryan anymore. You guys can only call me
You go by
Rye.
Rayon.
Rye. Rayon would be awesome. Rayon is my...
Rayon. My name is Rayon Bill. Rayon Bella. That's your non-binary name.
Yeah, no. That's all jokes, guys.
That's all jokes.
I'm only joking when I say these things.
Well, okay, they can't even cancel you for that one, because that one was 100% me. You were just yes-anding.
It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter because, you know why it doesn't matter is because we're on a podcast. We're on like we're at a second location. They're not gonna hear it. Nobody's gonna hear any of this. Like,
wait a minute. What if I did some Nick Cage level marketing and I start a cancel war and you're like, you need to check out this episode to see what Whack said.
You honestly should do that. You should
Yes.
honestly
Scariest.
do that.
This is the scariest podcast episode
When I
you've
made
ever
the-
seen.
Yeah,
When
it's
I made
because,
the
but I think
you-
it's. You can
What-
go.
when I made the YouTube video, the first like drama video where, if you want to call it a drama, I literally just explained my perspective on a situation that happened in my life 6 months ago, but it caused drama. That video has like 2,000 views on YouTube. I think it's my most viewed video, and it's like, you know, drama sells, and I'm sure a lot of people watched that video and felt deeply disappointed that
okay.
it wasn't that interesting.
Whack.
So yeah, just
Whack.
clickbait the fucking
So
title.
we'll market this video, and then they'll click on it, and the first thing they'll
Yeah, why
hear
not?
is "Welcome to the Chinese." episode."
two Jews and a
Yeah.
black guy. Welcome to the Chinese podcast. Okay.
It's
okay,
such a
here's-
good intro.
Whack, hear me out. Here's the plan.
Oh great, I'm listening.
I accuse
Here's
you of
the
being
out.
really transphobic. You accuse me of being really racist. We start a fake Twitter fight, and all that we do is point to the video and say, "You can see all that you need to know about how fucked up this person is right here."
You are
I don't
you
want
are
that.
so
I don't
you are
want
so
the heat.
young. You are so young that you are thinking about a major element of me doing that, which is this 33-year-old man is bullying a trans amputee 19-year-old with 1,000 followers who
Not even.
invited him on her podcast
Yep.
after she said he was his fan. That guy sucks so bad. That Whack Nicholson guy is a real piece of shit, and now everybody knows it.
Yep.
This is your final
Got us.
You gotta
think about
predict
the
these things. You
YouTube-
gotta see this shit coming. You can't step into these waters. You can't step into these waters without a backup plan.
Think about the YouTube video title: Whack Nicholson's final podcast.
I'm
Yeah,
banned from podcasting.
we're-
They won't even host my ass on Podbean anymore.
Damn. We're fucking Captivate FM girlies.
That's your hosting.
Yeah.
All right.
Shout out RSS feeds. Anyway, Act 3 of the movie.
It lost me. It was just. It wasn't that good. The mom like just becoming a sleeper agent, and
Yeah.
like she suddenly, like just her acting and like the house was not good for me.
She becomes the
didn't have
old
the
lady
sauce.
from that one scene in It with the T who gets naked,
Yeah,
where
it
she's
just,
like scurrying around the house and stuff.
Yeah, I wish that
Dude,
there
it's
was more
like The
freaky
Visit,
old
if you
lady
think
stuff
about
in
it.
Yeah,
this
it's like
movie.
The Visit. It's like The Visit.
And The Visit sucks. So
I love The Visit. I'm a Shyamalan apologist as well.
Did you watch Trap?
I did. I thought it was great. Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Wait.
Wait, maybe you are getting canceled for that one, buddy.
Yeah.
Trap is probably the stupidest movie that's ever been made. And I had an
I
enormously.
disagree with that statement. I will say it's pretty stupid, but
I
I
wish it was
think M
dumber.
Night Shyamalan has made dumber with
I think
that
the
happening.
beach that makes you old
the
is
beach
just
that makes you
peak.
old. The
Beach that makes you old fucks hard. The ending of the beach
That
that
one's
makes you
really
old
funny.
is such a cool ending. That was a lot of fun. The happening's not that good.
No,
Happening's not that good.
The happening's not that good, but it's stupid, and it's. I think it's
Oh.
way stupider than fucking Trap.
Speaking of
And I'm not. I think Trap's a bad movie.
No
but
events in
but I-
Trap. One thing does not follow the other. One set of circumstances does not appear to
Yeah.
relate to the next one that happens in
I-
any way in Trap.
I will say, Trap was a really fun experience, and I had a good time watching it.
Yeah, at a
And
theater,
I-
I was at a full theater and everybody's like, "What
I
the
went-
fuck?"
It just kept going and going, and
Oh,
it was so stupid. And I
M. Night
did
Shyamalan's very funny.
yeah.
But
And I appreciate that he made the whole movie just to give his like daughter, the performance. Did you know that was his daughter?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
both of his daughters have gotten their like
Woman
big
Night
breaks
Shyamalan.
Yeah.
this summer because his other daughter directed a movie.
Yeah.
The Watchers, which I also saw, and that I didn't love The Watchers.
Okay. Speaking of M. Night Shyamalan, I invented a game show. It's called Guess the M. Night Shyamalan movie from its little tagline on Letterboxd, because you cannot. You're unable to.
I bet I can.
Okay. Save your family or save humanity. Make the choice.
Knock at the cabin door.
All right,
Okay.
I get to do one. Danger is real. Fear is a choice.
That's the After Earth movie.
Yeah, you got it.
You cannot contain what you are.
You cannot contain what you. Oh, Split.
Glass.
Here,
It was one or the other.
Guess this one. Kevin has 23 distinct personalities. The 24th is about to be unleashed.
That one is Split for sure.
Yeah.
Some things are only revealed by accident.
Is that a tagline, or are you just?
No, it's a
Oh, okay.
tagline.
Oh, it is a tagline. Some things are only revealed by accident. Lady in the Water?
Unbreakable.
Oh, okay. That sucks. That's not a good tagline. That's a
There-
really bad tagline.
There is no turning back.
The Happening.
The Village.
Oh, I never saw The Village.
Uh,
I know what happens in it, but I never saw it. I never bothered because people said it sucked.
Time is running out for a happy ending.
Time is running out. Is that old?
No,
Lady in the Water.
yeah.
That's Lady in the Water?
Yeah.
Oh, there is that whole stopwatch thing in Lady in the Water.
All right.
God, that movie was a slog. That movie,
All right.
that movie was not good.
All right. 30,000 fans, 300 cops, one serial killer, no escape.
That's The Sixth Sense.
You got it.
I will say, I went to see Trap in at the mall in Center City in Philadelphia, and it is on 9th and Market. And they say at one point, because they're supposed to be in Philly,
Yeah.
that city is visually Seattle. I don't care what anybody says. That was obviously Seattle to me. And
It
also,
wasn't enough of a shithole to be Philly, respectively.
it was not Philly. And I don't agree. I don't think it was enough of
It's
a shithole.
Philly. You know why? Because M. Night Shyamalan's from the Philadelphia himself.
Yeah, that's why he does it, but that wasn't in Philly. And at one point, they're like, this is at 9th and Market. And I'm like, no, it's fucking not. I'm at 9th and Market.
I'm gonna be real. I was cracking up during Trap when M. Night Shyamalan came up, and he was like the VIP guy.
He always makes himself
the
worst character. He always makes himself in Signs. He's the guy who killed Mel Gibson's wife. In Lady in the Water, he's like just like a dumbass who can't get anything right. He always makes himself like the biggest liability to everyone's success.
I think M. Night Shyamalan I think he's a genius in like the funniest way possible.
He's so funny.
He's hilarious.
Yeah, but for Trap, I gave it a 3 out of 10.
I'm just so glad he exists. At the end of the day, love him or hate him, we're all happy he's there.
I would not be unhappy if we saw Jordan Peele's career take a similar trajectory.
I thought you were saying Jordan Peterson's career take a similar trajectory to M. Night Shyamalan.
I want to see Jordan Peterson move to Philadelphia and start making twist-ending movies.
No, the twist is that the Dragon of Order is the Dragon of Chaos.
Yeah, they all turn out to be trans at the end, which is the twist ending of Lady Ballers, by the way.
I thought that was the twist beginning.
No, the twist ending of Lady Ballers is that Jordan Peterson is doing conversion therapy on one of the Lady Ballers who had decided that he really is a woman.
Damn, Letterboxd has server outage mid-game show. Back to the movie.
Anyway, let's talk about and finish our Longlegs discussion. We did get a little sidetracked, and there was a little trap discussion trapped inside of our little Longlegs discussion. Fuck you.
We set that up for a serial killer. That wasn't for you guys.
Yeah. Yeah, you could say Longlegs had 30,000 legs. And
100 cops.
300 dolls. And 1 long leg.
I
And
like
there's
how
no escape.
when I went to download the movie legally, I just looked up Longlegs and searched 2024, and all of the ones were like,
It's porn.
yeah, it was just like,
Yeah,
Latino Longlegs smoke show gets railed by a fucking
Yeah, and only the
Italian
most
guy.
legal websites serve up hardcore pornography next to Hollywood films.
Yeah,
That's only the
Netflix.
least criminal websites that do
Netflix.net.
that.
Alright. But yeah. I enjoy I thought it was very fine. I thought it was average. I liked the cinematography.
Yep.
It looked good. But
I-
it was missing elements for me.
It reminded its commitment to being all style over substance reminded me of hit film Love Lies Bleeding a lot.
I'm glad you mentioned that because I also have a little thing to add with that in
Yep.
the sense that as Love Lies Bleeding also felt a little lost in its tone and what it was shooting for, I felt that that Longlegs also had a similar problem where it kind of lost itself a little. Like
Not in the Eminem way, in the bad way.
in the sense that it wanted to be like a little crime like thriller one movie, and then it kind of just forgot about that in the second half of the movie.
Got too sexy.
Got too sexy.
I haven't
There's
seen
too
the
much
film. Actually,
sexy
don't know.
old
If that's
lady.
I'm
true.
talking
lady
about
action.
Longlegs losing itself in the second half, by the way.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Love Lies Bleeding.
No,
They're
I'm saying
similar.
that
Oh, okay.
it's a similar problem where
Oh, I see. Okay, sorry.
it can't choose its lane of what it wants to be,
Yeah.
and it kind of gets lost in the sauce.
It kind of did. It did feel like two movies stitched together at points.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any final words on hit film Longlegs?
I think we covered it. I think that the psychic powers of the girl was cool. I like that they didn't explain it. I thought that was sick. Or I guess it is satanic powers passed down, but I like that. I don't know. I thought it was cool that it didn't explain how strong it was or why it worked sometimes or whatever. That's what I mean to say.
I wish she had the transgender powers that they had in that one video that we watched on stream with the priest.
Oh
Like
yeah.
I wish she had those powers where the like a priest is and her mom's like telling her like I'm satanic blah 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 with the doll, and she's like ah! And just like
What an esoteric reference. Like two people got that and they're both in
didn't get
this
it.
call.
we
You
watched
wa- okay,
it on
one-
stream with us.
You watched
did I?
the
The-
Tomorrow's Teachings transgender lady?
Oh,
yeah.
yes, I did watch that. Yeah, that was fucked up.
Yeah, I was hoping that she would have those psychic
Yeah.
powers. Also,
Except-
Rosa, can you put like a clip of what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it'll be
Just
in
like the
background.
end part where it's like, you,
Her
he,
yelling.
she, fatty.
Yeah, with subtitles
and she
on.
fucking like pushes him.
You know what the problem was? You know why I couldn't convince you guys to like Longlegs better is because I didn't make a PowerPoint, and I really considered making one to bring it to you guys and present my findings on Longlegs.
Well,
I'm not so easily swayed by a PowerPoint.
yeah.
You don't know. You haven't seen
I'm
my
actually
PowerPoints.
pretty easily swayed. As someone who's seen Wax PowerPoint games, you might have moved me over on this one.
Yeah.
Actually.
Next time, if I'm welcome back, I will.
Oh
I'll
hell
try to
yeah, you're
remember.
welcome back.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll try to remember to do a PowerPoint
Fuck
and
yeah.
convince you guys. What's a
Um,
movie that I like that people hate? Fucking
We could.
Titanic.
We could. We should either do another Nick Cage or the Shining Room 237.
Oh, 237 is actually a
Next
really
time.
good movie to do because, people do
Yeah.
hate that too because how stupid it is.
Yeah. We'll for sure have you back. You've been a
Cool.
lovely guest.
This has been a fun episode.
This has been.
Alright. Question time.
I'm listening.
Rosa, you shoot the first question. What would you give Longlegs out of 15?
Why, Joku? I would give it a 7 out of 15. This is not being edited in post because we forgot to record that.
This is being edited in. Just kidding. This is regular.
This is
This
live.
This is your regular composting.
There hasn't been a significant
Alright.
drop off in mic quality because this is being recorded from a Discord call and not being recorded through our regular fucking audio channels.
I'm recording it through Audacity. Anyway, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 15, which gives it a 14 out of 30. Back to the questions.
No, well, I don't know where this is going in.
Well, you can always chop off what you don't need.
Yeah.
Cause
Back to the show.
Back to the show. I can't believe we.
Many people call you the Black Nicolas Cage. How do you respond to that?
I don't think I have anything in common with him. He's a nepo baby, so.
Many people say you
I'm
look like Eric
self-made.
Andre. How does that make you feel?
I don't like it because I don't think I look like Eric Andre.
You look like Eric Andre if you put his face into Photoshop and you just squished it down slightly.
Maybe, but that just
You look
gives me
like-
different facial features.
You just look like chibi, more adorable Eric Andre.
chibi.
You
Yeah.
look like it means
Is
Just
that
like
boy
cute.
It means
It means
to
cute.
go cute.
Okay.
Yeah, you're like cute Eric Andre.
You
Not
have
diss
the
at Eric
boy
Andre.
factor.
It's just love towards our
Also,
wonderful guest.
Eric Andre, he's dating Emily Ratajkowski. I wouldn't mind looking like Eric Andre. I don't think it's the worst thing to look like. It's just, I just don't think I do.
I think keep up. Well, you're in the thumbnail. So
I mean, you can look up side by side, like.
What if
I
you
also-
put it? You should do a fucked up thing in the
Wait,
thumbnail
put-
and just put like a picture
Yeah,
a
Photoshop.
picture of Eric
and
Andre.
just say Eric Andre ?
Or even just get like a picture of my face and then, or like put my YouTube video into like Grok and get it to meld my face with
that
Eric
new-
Andre.
that new GitHub deepfake tool.
Oh my god, I can't wait to install that. I was like reading how to do it.
It's
yesterday.
esoteric. Some ordinary
It's not
gamers
simple.
made a good video about it.
Alright,
about how
Cool.
to do it.
I'll probably have to talk to some of my tech team.
You can just say you're talking to Jenny Tight Pants. I think
I
that
don't-
we all know.
I don't want to. I just don't want other people DMing her when I say where I get my tech. tips.
Oh, okay. So you want it all to yourself. You want to be the bourgeoisie of like transgender coders. That's messed up.
all you have to do to become the bourgeoisie of transgender coders is to be
nice.
even a little bit funny on Twitter.
Yeah, it's not hard. We kind of flock towards you.
Are you
They
a
just
coder as
keep
well?
showing up. Just transgenders in general.
okay.
All that I know about is source engine coding, which is
That's
a useless skill.
I think that's involved in the camera plugins for that deepfake thing.
The Team Fortress 2 video game engine.
Wait, I think that actually is how they did it. I don't know. Is
It's
that
not.
insane? Okay.
Yeah,
I thought I
it's-
read that. I don't know. I don't know
you
shit
read,
about technology.
You read that they use the Gmod video game engine.
They use
I don't
Skibbity
fucking know.
Toilet.
They use
Skibbity
Skibbity
toilet.
Oh, I'm so excited to have a very special guest on and show the very special guest who we cannot name Skibbity Toilet. Ooh.
Alright.
Okay, Joku, it's your turn to ask a question to our
What is your
esteemed
favorite Pokemon and Pokemon generation? Farfetch'd.
guest. Good choice!
Yeah.
I have a Farfetch'd tattoo.
Hell yeah.
Farfetch'd is my favorite Pokemon. I like the Gen 1 guys that didn't have evolutions forever. Licking Tongue, Chansey,
I think
So,
Lickitung.
Mr. Mime.
What? Rosa?
Nothing.
Rosa, repeat yourself. I actually have a third question in my lineup.
Cool.
What Pokemon would you fuck the most?
And you can't say Ditto. Ditto's a fucking cop-out answer.
Ditto's the AGP answer. I think it's gotta be Gardevoir, right? Gardevoire's gotta be the easiest, like, the most human.
Now, in terms of human Pokemon breeding,
yeah, we're not talking human. I'm one some weird shit. You gotta. Would you do an Onyx? Onyx like an anal bead situation. What do you think about it?
Damn.
I think that if we're thinking of non-traditional Pokemon to fuck,
Oddish is like a butt plug if you think about it.
It's like a little furry towel.
What if that's just like hair, and when you try to pull it out, he doesn't come out with it, and he's stuck up there.
Then you have a little buddy for the rest of your life.
He'll just be kicking inside of you.
Like you're pregnant.
Yeah.
I don't have a. I'm trying to think of like a non-traditional. What about that one? There's one that kind of looks like a fleshlight.
Weeping Bell.
That one does look like a fleshlight.
Did not.
Almanella or something like that.
Almond.
My answer is Rapidash. Easy.
It's the fish-looking one.
Oh yeah, I get
Specific
freaky
not
with that thing.
Not the transgender fish.
Oh yeah, dude, Whack, that's a brofist.
That's a good one. That's a good pick.
Which one? No, not Finneon. Sorry. Or are you talking about?
The one.
I don't know which one
Goldeen?
you were calling transgender. Bruxish? I don't know which one you're
The
calling.
one with
transgender.
the Pokemon.
The DSL.
gay
Those
looking
dick-sucking lips.
fish.
Okay, that's Bruxish. Okay, because I thought Gorbis kind of looked like
I
Here's
feel
the
like
Pokemon.
I
Here's
wouldn't mind having a Magikarp just on my bedside.
Wait. Here's the Pokemon I was talking about. I'm putting it in the side chat for context.
Yes, yeah. That's what I thought. See,
Oh, dude, that's
no.
freaky.
I'm saying if non-traditional fuckable
Look at
Pokemon,
Look at the lips.
Alomola, I think it looks like a sex toy at the very least.
I think that Goldeen is actually the meta for fish Pokemon.
Alright. But yeah. My answer, Garchomp.
Garchomp. Okay, sure.
We like to ask the important questions here.
Good. Yeah, I think.
Do you know any
any
skateboarding tricks, or are you a
Garchomp.
poser? Can you do an ollie?
I cannot do any skateboarding tricks. My
Cannot
brother
do an
skated.
ollie.
I was like, my younger brother. He was the.
Can we
cool
get
one.
your
I was not
brother
cool.
on the podcast instead? I don't like talking to posers on the show.
Yeah, sure. Let's get him on the line. He is a comedian. He does two
Oh, hell
podcasts
yeah.
and stuff.
Wait,
Oh,
he
fuck.
Not
does.
the one.
Wait, what did you say?
My brother is a comedian. He does podcasts.
Oh, I thought you said he does Tupac podcasts.
No, he used to do a podcast.
You know, like
where...
yours was Nicolas Cage and his was like Tupac.
Yeah. No. His old podcast that they had to stop because of COVID was a really cool idea, and I really liked it a lot. But my brother is like not. We didn't grow up religious, and so he lives in Tennessee now, and he had a friend who grew up like super like Bible Belt like Christian conservative. And so they were doing a podcast where they would read portions of the Bible one at a time, like from beginning to end. And they didn't get past like the Old Testament, but
Oh, so they only read the good part.
yeah, they only read the real stuff.
Yeah, they only read the like non-fiction section before the goyim turned their back on Yahweh. And started lying and doing sorcery.
Yeah, he's a funny guy. My brother's a cool guy, but he's
Funny
in
guy.
Nashville.
No, I
He's
was
in
really
Nashville.
hoping that you'd start shit talking your brother. Like, yeah, he's a shitty comedian.
What? No. No.
It's really a tough competition in the Nicholson household. Really tough competition. Anyway,
Yeah, I have a brother who does trivia and a brother who's a comedian. They are not the same person.
Wow. What an entertaining... Your family gatherings must be very...
We have a good
Pretty
time. Yeah.
entertaining.
amazed.
Yeah.
Some people say that we all talk too fast and that it's off-putting.
I
One time,
hate people who
funny
talk slow, to be
story.
honest with you.
Funny story. Well, I was playing like Battlefield 1. This was like years ago.
Aw.
This was like when, I don't know, 14-ish era. But we were playing. I was playing with my friend, and we like joined a voice chat. We said like one thing, and this guy just said, "Y'all fuckers talk too slow," and then left.
Wait, okay, well, if that was in your, like, southerner era, you might have had more of a drawl back then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Did you used to have more of a drawl?
maybe.
maybe.
Who knows?
Editor, put in family home videos of Joku that I stole from her house without her knowledge. Thank you.
What the fuck?
What the deuce?
What the devils?
Our last question for you is
Our
what's
penultimate question.
okay. My last question before Joku asks the hard hitting ones is
I don't
Okay.
have any. I don't have any more.
okay. Then why the fuck did you say
Because
wait,
it's
actually,
final,
I guess I do have one more question after this.
because
Very cool.
it's the final one.
Penultimate means second to last.
Yeah, penultimate means second to last.
Okay, well,
They have a degree in literature. Thank you for signing off on that.
well, I
I
had
do.
one more question.
Great.
Now I have
Oh,
one more.
okay.
I'll answer however many questions there are, guys.
Where were you on the night of October 7th, 1994?
94?
Yeah.
I don't know. I would have been 3 years old.
Likely story.
you-
Okay, my actual question.
Were you going goo goo gaga?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
something
go.
like that.
What a
Were you
baby.
sucking your mom's tits, you freak? You weirdo, you fucking weirdo pervert.
That's the next old tweet they're gonna pull up on me.
Yeah, they're gonna
you-
say
this
Whack
you-
used to suck his mom's tits at 3
guy-
years old. That's gross. What
To
a
think this guy's a
pervert.
teacher and he used to suck on titties. Did you guys
What
ever
the
think about
at 3? Gross.
that?
What's in the future of Whack Nicholson? You got the stream going, you got the YouTube channel going. What's some of the stuff you have in mind with that?
I am leaning really heavily into creative type stuff, media criticism type stuff. I do still want to cover the news because it's stuff I follow and care about regularly. Like I watch Hassan every day and stuff. But
Oh wow, Mr. News Guy. I watch
Yeah.
Hassan every day.
I mean, I care about it, so I follow a lot of that stuff, and so
I mean, same.
I don't think I'll stop talking about it, but like I'm writing that short story on stream that I've been having a lot of fun with, and it doesn't get a lot of viewers writing on stream, but
I think it's
I-
unique. I think
I'm not really like that interested in grabbing viewers right now. I'm more interested in doing content that I feel like I could do comfortably regularly. So exactly what kind of stuff I'm gonna do, I don't really know. I like playing guitar. I like doing like singing and different vocalist stuff. I like doing readings. I was reading like old poems and old short stories and stuff. I really like doing all that stuff. It just does not get very many views, so I don't fully know how much of that stuff I'm going to do myself or how much of that stuff I'm just going to keep out of my content, but like one thing that I am definitely going to be working on that I'm not going to like announce, but by the end of the year I should have an announcement for a creative project with another Twitter person, an artist that is a good friend of mine that I have done content with in the past.
oh hell yeah.
We're gonna work on a new creative project that is a sort of visual thing that I don't want to say too much more about, but
Oh yeah.
yeah, I'm working on something that's going to have like a regular release and have something. It's just we need to build out some infrastructure for the release and for the creation of it on our side so that we can make sure that it can come out regularly. But those are the kinds of like considerations that I'm working through right now. But yeah, I mean the Twitch and the YouTube is where you can find me, and it's still very much like me experimenting with a lot of stuff. But I
Yeah.
think like 4 or 5 months ago, maybe even like 2 or 3 months ago, I was only really putting content up for paid members, and I only had like 4 or 5 people who would even see it, because I didn't know how to work any of this equipment, or how to like make the stuff look good on camera, and I still don't, but I'm getting better. So yeah, I'm hoping to continue developing things, make my studio look cooler, make my audio sound better, do all that kind of stuff. And so,
but you know what you need?
What do I need?
The coolest flag of them all.
I need. That would be stolen valor.
We need Rayon Bella
here's what you
to come
do.
out of
Here's
the
what you do.
closet.
You put a giant piece of tape on it and you write ally.
Yeah.
Oh wait. Don't they have those like straight pride flags with like a weird translation
with the A in the middle? Yeah, with it's black and white striped with the A in the middle.
That does feel like stolen valor. When I see that shit, I'm like, you're not one of us.
That's a
pal.
Cold War veteran hat for sure. You're not a real.
That's an LSD Portland hat for you.
Oh wait, I have
All right.
my stolen valor.
All right, my final question for you is, what are your ats where people can find you?
Whack Nicholson on all platforms. Whack. With a silent H. WHACKNICHOLSON. I would love, if any of your listeners are in the Philadelphia area, to see you Monday nights at 9 p.m. at the Garage on Passyunk in between Pats and Geno's for my Monday night trivia night. It is a lot of fun. Past few weeks, we've had the same team win every week. And then last week, a new team showed up and beat them. And I am interested to see how it goes. I also ask the crowd at the end for suggestions on topics. So if you have some weird niche thing that you know about that you want me to ask questions about, I have done such things as the tsunami block of programming and water filtration. What is your scheme?
Okay, so next time I'm visiting Joku, we drive out for a trivia night, and you cater the questions only to us specifically, and just completely fucking rig the game, and then we.
I am so excited to say that it is 21 plus.
Oh.
I mean,
in 2 years.
For you.
Wait, actually, like a year, actually.
But yes, that is where you can find me, Whack Nicholson on.
Dude, are you thinking like going for a day trip to Philadelphia?
Yeah, we could do a day trip to Philly.
Do you know how far Philadelphia is from where I live?
As far as
6-hour drive.
Yeah, and it's a 6-hour drive to you, so it's not that bad for me.
Is it a 6-hour drive to me?
Yeah.
I thought it was more like 4.5 or 5.
No, 6. Anyway, welcome back to the Geography Podcast.
Well, you guys are welcome to stay here. I have a guest room.
Oh, hell yeah. This has been the Composting Podcast.
Hey, I gotta do the outro.
Oh, wait, yeah, I forgot. I'm stupid.
Alright. I'm a Pokeball with a mysterious Pokeball in it, and...
I'm a Pokemon with this mysterious other Pokemon inside of it.
And we're composting.
And it's been Whack Nicholson. Thanks for coming on, Whack.
Also,
I am so honored to have been here.
Alright, so I just checked, Rosa. It's a 4-hour.
Oh, it's a 4-hour.
That's not fucking 6 hours.
Motherfucker!
Midwestern mindset. It's only a 12-hour drive.
Yeah,
it's only a 12-hour drive.
Joku, you're like fucking media matters. I'm trying to speak truth in the mic. You're trying to I'm still recording, by the way. This is
if you think about it, I'm actually fucking Hillary Clinton from the epic rap battle.
Yeah, 'cause you lose.
Yeah, 'cause you get smoked.
I only win.